Well, hello there. Welcome to my new YouTube channel and my very first video that I made to explain everything we will see together in the coming weeks. One of the goals for doing this is that I would like to be able to pass on my passion for programming and especially the creation of websites and web applications to you. Don't worry, I'll explain the differences between a website and a web application when the time comes. My second goal is, if you allow me to teach you, I will show you everything you need to know to do your very own internet projects, even if you have no programming experience whatsoever. I'm going to start with an overview of the basics that you will need, and gradually I will increase the complexity to take you to an advanced level that will enable you to create just about anything you can imagine. This final goal is perhaps the reason that I'm fighting through my fear of being in front of the camera, and especially my desire to overcome an imposter syndrome. I have good friends, Go Pirates, who have made a super interesting podcast on this topic. I will put a link to their website in the comments below, and I'd advise you to all check it out, but not now, later. So, as I said, my third objective relates to the new reality that we all live in today. We are now in an era of uncertainty. We no longer know what is going to happen. A lot of companies in various industries are in trouble, and I'm guessing that there are a lot of you who find themselves out of work and probably unsure of what's to come. Don't worry, I will reach the goal soon, I promise. Information technology is one of the areas that will always be in demand. And this is all the more true today with all the security conditions due to the pandemic. So this third objective would be the hope of giving you enough knowledge to help you sell your services and maybe even encourage you to do a job that you thought may be out of your reach. 3 words: it is not. So by now you're probably thinking, who is this guy? My name is Bobby Bougie. I have been a programmer and a computer enthusiast since 1986, and I graduated programmer analyst in 1997. And at that time, it was really the beginning of internet technologies, and I literally fell in love with the fact that I could take an idea from my brain and make it appear on any screen in practically the whole world. One of the reasons why I love internet programming more than other types of programming is the fact, my opinion, that anyone can learn without having to set foot in a school and without having to spend a fortune on it to learn. A majority of the tools you will need are free, and you can find just about all the answers to your questions on Google, YouTube, and a variety of websites. What you, who is watching me right now, needs is a desktop or a laptop, of course. You won't be able to use a cell phone or a tablet to program. But other than that, you're going to need determination, patience, imagination, a good sense of observation, a little bit of resourcefulness, and the will to solve a problem or a need. The rest, easy. If you're still watching this, first of all, thank you. And second, congratulations. You are either my mother or actually interested in having more details about what I would love to teach you. So the first part would be to start with the languages used as the base of all the websites. HTML, and for the layout, or to make the site prettier, we will learn the basics of CSS, which is a formatting language, and I will show you a way to make your life a little bit easier by presenting you with a framework which brings together lots of elements that will help with CSS, and this is called Bootstrap. Next, to make the pages of your new website interactive and dynamic, we will learn the PHP and JavaScript languages. Third thing we'll learn is to be able to save information that can be used to display content on your pages or information that visitors to your website might enter into a form. I will teach you how to use databases, how to create queries using the SQL or SQL language, which allows you to communicate with databases. So by using SQL, we will be able to insert information into tables of our database. We'll be able to modify it, delete it, and get all the information we want to display in a page of our new website. For your reference, we will be using the database management tool called MariaDB, which also bears the name of MySQL. Finally, in order to simplify a little bit your life, we are going to learn how to use what I like to call a toolbox, but the name is a framework, which serves to offer you a large inventory of functions that you might need most of the time for the creation of a website or a web application. So it allows you to focus more on the logic of your projects instead of having to write all the code in full from scratch. For PHP, we will be working with the version 4 of CodeIgniter that was released at the start of this year. And for JavaScript, we are going to use a library that I really like. It has a lot of function and it's called jQuery. And of course, we will be continuing to use Bootstrap for the CSS. So the projects that we are going to be building together will be a very complete website, which will contain a blog section, a portfolio section, and a page with a contact form that will send an email if all the information entered is valid. Next, we will create a content management system, also called a CMS. It will be secure and it will ask to enter a username and a password to access it. The main objective of our CMS will be to manage the articles of our blog, the images of our portfolio, and as a bonus, we'll create a dashboard page that will display statistics related to your new site. I know it sounds like a lot. Don't worry, we are going to take it step by step and I'll show you everything you need to know. At worst, this tutorial or these tutorials will be entertaining, but at best, you could learn a new profession and you never know, it might just change your future. The way I choose to teach you is basically a technique that I like a lot. Minimum of theory and a maximum of practice. I will put a lot of practical links in the comments of each section. I will also put example of Google so you can search for answers to your own questions. And you can always ask questions in the comment section of all the videos that I will put out, and I will answer them as quickly as possible. Okay, I'm almost done talking. I just want to repeat that no matter who you are, if you can read, you can succeed. I believe in you. So if you're interested, click on the subscribe button below and on the bell to be notified when new lessons are uploaded. I promise you, it will be very soon. Thank you for listening to me, and I hope you will be among my YouTube friends and that you will benefit from what I have to offer you. My name is Bobby, and I'm the Caring Programmer. See you soon.